Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 of where your soul goes to during sex. So, and I said in the first video that the first place your soul goes to when sex is legally engaged in is that, according to Hebrews 13 verse 4, is a marriage is honorable in all and the bed undefiled. So the first place your soul goes to is the marriage bed. Physically, you might be in a geographical location. You might be in a hotel. That means if you're married, you might be in a hotel. You might be anywhere, but it's called the marriage bed. That's the name because of the legality of the union. So that is the first place. And it is legally for only people that are married. And there are 3 blessings that follows. Marriage is honorable in all. So the first honor that comes, I wrote here, which I said in the, is called the honor of oneness. Number 2 is the honor of a secured tomorrow. And the third one is the honor of having God in your race. And I also said that when 2 people engages in sex outside of marriage, also experiences this treaty, but in reverse. And that is why I want to say that if both of you are planning to get married, I would like if there's a way you can hold yourself together. Just hold on with sex a little bit. Wait until you are married. If you don't do that, the union that should have resulted, you're going to create a disunity, an internal crisis among the 2 of you that even if you marry, if you don't deal with it, it's going to be there. Number 2 is that you're going to be tampering with the future of your relationship. The third thing is that God definitely will not be in your race. It has to be the devil's. All right. So today, the second place your soul goes to when you engages in sex, legal or illegal, licensed or unlicensed, is called the altar of worship. Sex is a crucial part of all satanic worship. Now, the reason it is like that is because of the way you and I were designed. You were designed as a worship center. You are like a church. That's how you are. The way we go to church on Sunday morning, that is how you are. You are a temple. You are so large within you that the Bible said that God has set eternity within you. Do you know that the Bible said your body is a temple of the Holy Ghost? So the Bible said, keep it holy. Whoever defies the temple of God is saying him will God destroy. You are a temple. Let me ask you, what do they do inside temple? What exactly happens inside places they call temple or a church? That place is a worship center, isn't it? Did you remember in the days of Jesus, when Jesus encountered certain people that were selling and buying in the temple? What did he do? Did he leave them? He didn't. He drove them out. Let me tell you 3 stories. There's this young lady that was going through her deliverance. During the course of the deliverance, she said, please, I want to make a confession. I was initiated into this thing by my grandmother. Now, grandma at that time was sick and grandma was dying. So the girl's parents decided to bring grandma from the village and brought grandma to live with them so that she can get well. Began to stay with them. But grandma had an agenda, not knowing that in the spiritual court where she belonged, it was her time to die. So grandma wanted to hand over whatever she was doing to some and will over her position to somebody else. This particular girl, at that time, she was 6 years old. This girl had a dream. In the dream, she saw her grandmother, that is the grandma, giving her something to eat in the dream. So this girl took it and ate it. Listen, the moment she finished eating it, in the dream, physically she woke up, sleepwalking, with her eyes closed. She walked away from her room straight and went to the younger brother's room, stripped him naked, and that night she has sex with the boy. Something she has never thought of, something she has never done in her life, something that was never a part of her life, but it happened. That sexual encounter she had with the brother became her initiation into the cult that night. That was how she got initiated. But get the second problem. The moment she had the sex with a healthy boy that used to be healthy, from that day, that boy became autistic. He was never well again. Sex is not what people think it is. It is a tool of spiritual initiation. They needed it as a form of sacrifices to spirits, to deity. Because as a temple that you are, it is a deity that is meant to live within you. That deity is either God or the deity has to be the devil. Because sacrifices are used to create gateways so that they can have access to you. That's what they are. Let me tell you another story. There is this pastor called by God, but in the course of his pastoring, the church started having crises and having issues, and the church was not really growing. He decided to go and see his pastor friend that had a big church in Abuja. Perhaps so 3 days time, they flew out, and guess where they went to? This guy's city, Port Harcourt. That was where the center of the ritual, whatever the guy was using to grow his church, was coming from. And when they got to that place, he took him, the big pastor took the other one to see the priestess that helped him. So when they got there, to his greatest shock, he met a very fair and a beautiful young lady. Very fine. This lady was just like a mermaid, very fine, but a human being. And then the lady took him inside and said, "What can I do for you?" That is his consultation for help. He said, "I want my church to grow. You know, some pastors do all those kind of funny stuff. I want my church to grow." He said, "Okay, I'm going to help you. But the only sacrifice you will offer is this." He said, "Okay, what is it? What is my whatever?" He said, "The only sacrifice you will offer to the gods is that you have to be having sex with me 7 days in a month. From the 1st to the 7th of every month is my day with you. In those days, and apart from those days, you cannot have sex with any other woman in this world. If you want to have sex, come to my house, we'll have the sex together." He said, "Is that all I'm supposed to do?" He said, "Yes." And that means you can't even sleep with your wife again. That means she was indirectly telling him, "You are married to me, you can as well divorce your wife." Did you see that? So because the guy didn't want to divorce his wife, he had to pack away from their house and rented a bigger house close to the church. And he got so busy, like for 2 years, he never slept with his wife. He wasn't even going home. He got giving the wife excuses of church group, because the church now grew. Because every month he will come and renew that sacrifice by offering sex. Now, what do you think was really happening? I said sex is a major part of all satanic worship. Let me tell you, a lot of destinies have been slain on the altar of sex. A lot that you can't count. Now, the third place the soul goes to when you engage in sex, a prison. If it is not God, let me explain by the prison. Look at this. Anybody you sleep with, you rise with. It is a law. What I mean is that, look at this. If, for example, you sleep with a guy or you sleep with a lady, in the spirit realm, in the physical, you are sleeping and having fun with a lady. But in the spirit realm, you are seen as somebody who is having fun or intercourse or sexual encounter with every person that person has slept with. So assuming she has slept with 17 people in her past, you are regarded to be in covenant relationship with all the 17 people. So that is why every person you rise with more than one person that you sleep with. Why do you think God recommends sex with one person, one wife? Why do you think it is like that? These are the things behind it. Sex is not what you think it is. It is not what you think it is at all. Yes, if you sleep with a prostitute, you're actually sleeping with a shrine, a mobile shrine. Inside that prostitute, if you see what is inside a prostitute, you will faint and you will run for your life. You see, because inside that, do you know how many people, that's what she does. Let me say, some have slept with 500 men, some have slept with 500 women. Even there are male prostitutes that have slept with 300 women, and so many of them, they do it for a living. Are you listening to? Now, you now carry yourself and go and dump your ass inside that place. You know what you've just done to yourself? You just nailed your destiny. In case you are any form of this bondage, chat me up and let us talk. I think I can help you. Not I think I can help you. That's the truth. That's why this wisdom is coming to unveil this truth, to help you free yourself so that you can be free. Many of you are going through crises. You can't explain where they come from. Some men have slept with women and noticed that things are no more working in their lives. You slept with this lady and you notice that finances is no more working. Issues from one issue to another, one issue to another. You can't just tell what is going on in your life. I have a lot to say, but I'm going to stop here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. Subscribe to this channel and recommend someone to this channel. Were you blessed? All right, take care. Till I see you in my next video. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.